What's up, super folks? I'm here with another review and a little try-on here of the Rogers Performance Long Sleeve, the Rogers Joggers, and the Rogers Hoodie. The Rogers Complete Supersuit. I got the long sleeve, Performance Long Sleeve. I got that a lot earlier, like maybe a month or two before I got these guys. Ordered these when they did a restock of the Rogers suits. Super stoked, was super bummed when I missed it. Initially, I thought to myself, oh, you know, it's blue and it's plain and there's not a lot going on with the design, and they have a lot of other more interesting, more elaborate designs. But eventually it appealed to me because I realized I could actually wear these. I could wear like the simpler, darker blue basically anywhere. So I'm very curious to see sort of how the color looks in real life, not just on the beautiful well-shot pictures that they do. So we're going to crack into those, and I'm going to put them on a little bit for you. So I think I'm going to do the long sleeve first, because it came first, and then we'll do the hoodie and then the joggers. I think that's what we're going to do. So, without further ado, boom, here we go, the Rogers Performance Long Sleeve. Boom. Yes. First of all, I love that color. It's like a dark, it's definitely not like a, well, I guess denim's not really, doesn't really count, but I just mean like, in my mind, what a typical jean look is kind of like this, but this is just off in terms of like not that, but already dig it. I love that the white stitching, it works really well. You can clearly see the stitch job as opposed to some of the like black designs, they get lost. Like black thread. Oh wow, that's great. Wow, this feels really nice. This feels very nice, very high quality. As per the usual, SUPERX likes to do their little SUPERX logo on the side. I do like the subtlety. I'm a huge fan, as I mentioned in previous videos, about like, you know, they just went huge across the chest. I'm stayed away from some of the designs where they have an X, but I'm considering maybe possibly going down that line. So yes, love the feel already, just out of the bag. Whoops, out of the bag already. Feels very good. Love the stitching. Love the designs here. I love the compartments, the different panels that they use here for their designs. Always been a fan of this. I think this is going to look really good on me. I could be wrong, but I think it's going to look really good. And I love this little shoulder thing. That this like, I don't know how to explain it. Sort of this ribbed thing along the upper shoulder trap area, I guess. It's reminiscent of both the from what I've seen, the Rogers hoodie over there, and then also, like in pictures, and then the Wilson hoodie as well, which is sort of like Captain America #2 in a way. Yes, beautiful. I love this white. I love the blue. I love the stitching. I love the paneling. I also love that they weren't afraid to make the largest chest things. This is one of the issues I have with some of their Batman stuff, is that they do like the chest is like the smallest panel, and then it goes bigger down to the down here, down to the abdomen. I thought, first of all, I'm pretty fit. Like I'm not, you know, unfit. But if I was unfit, I definitely would not want that emphasized. And even still, like I'm self-conscious about my low. I got some stuff in my belly I'm not super stoked about, but I don't really want that emphasized. I don't really want that to look like it does, you know, in the clothes that I wear. Like I don't want that to accentuate it. Anyway, I love this. Goes from the back to the shoulder, across the shoulder, and then down across. I love it, and I love that the star, like the classic Captain America star, is down in the middle. I know some people really like that star. You could just buy a t-shirt. It's probably a lot cheaper if you really want that design. I mean, this is they do their own thing here, and that's what I love about them. So those are the positives. Are there any negatives? I don't know. From touching it and holding it, I'll say so thumb holes, if you're into those, great. If not, actually this feels lighter. This feels like a thumb hole that I may actually use, because one of the issues that I have with other thumb holes is that it feels really thick. It's like putting on a glove. This feels like I might actually wear this in the gym on like a not super freezing cold day. Again, love the white paneling here. And what else? So here you can see some of the white stitching here. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's just, you know, it could be more refined. I'm not sure how they do this. I think it's by hand. Yeah, so we're gonna put all this stuff on, and then let's, okay, really quick. So again, so now with the white stuff, there's some this blue stitching here, and some of this is not perfect. Like there's this like off stitch here. I don't really understand what That's but just little things like that. Like if you're gonna pay what, 60, 80 bucks for a long sleeve workout long sleeve, yeah, you kind of want it to be spotless. I know inflation's a thing now, but I like this little. I mean, it's generic, but it's very distinct at the same time. Like it's a lightning bulb as a symbol, but it's also distinct because I know it's SUPERX. Some people really hate these arm pockets. I like them, and if you don't have a lot going on in the arms department, this extra little addition to the size of your arms kind of looks nice. Maybe it makes you feel good in the mirror. So that's the long sleeve. We're gonna move on to the hoodie now. Super stoked. This is one, whoops, very heavy. This is one that I would wear, I think, anyway, just around. This is a medium, so I've gained like 20 pounds of muscle when I started making these, so I'm at like 180 now. Boom, cool. Nothing surprised me in any negative way, which is good. Boom, so it's a similar pattern. Oh, this actually might, I'm glad I got medium then, because this feels heavy, this feels thicker, it feels as though it's bigger. So I like that it has weight, especially when your package has weight, it makes you feel like you got something very valuable. But this looks great. This looks, even like the sheen on the black zipper. I don't know how they did the batches or whatever. Maybe they want to do one day a V3 where they do like kind of like a gray or a white stitch here. But even still, I'm digging it. This feels super fresh. Does it smell? I'd say it smells pretty new. It smells like it's not a new car smell. Definitely feels very fresh. Very similar design, pretty much exactly the same design on the hoodie as the long sleeve. So if you wanted one of these without a hoodie, some people did, because I don't believe Captain America has a hood ever, to my knowledge. But if you did, then the long sleeve is perfect for you. We have a hoodie here. Again, we meet these little. I like this. This to me, and I have to maybe examine the costume in the comics or in the MCU, but this seems like a signature of their take on Captain America. They did this on the Wilson, they did this on the long sleeve, and they're doing this on the Rogers. The Rogers hoodie. So, and again, love this transition here from the sleeve to the main torso. I just love it. Looks clean on camera as I'm looking at it. Hood looks good. Is it deep? That's always no, I don't think it is. This looks like a pretty shallow hood, but that's fine because this isn't really designed to be, I believe. Like, I don't really think they intend on the hoodie. I think the hood is just an extra kind of a fun thing, but this also feels very nice. The fabric feels nice. This is probably going to feel really nice to put on. Like I said, the hoodie is probably not deep, but we'll find out when we put it on. Like the sheen of the zipper, and these things I'm neutral about. Yeah, I don't know. I have no opinion really. They are what they are. Probably not going to use the hoodie itself. Inside looks good. Again, I think maybe my one gripe, and it's just like, okay, I obviously buy their stuff because I like it, but I'm just gonna say little things. I don't know enough about sewing or anything really to say if this is sloppy or not, but I mean, compared to the outside and you go to the inside, and maybe this is just how it is, but like, I don't know, this doesn't look that great. It's like this sort of bat, I don't know. It's not supposed to be worn inside out, so it really shouldn't matter, but I don't know, it's just something. I haven't looked at the back of this guy yet. We got the Velcros, the pockets have these Velcro things that cover the zipper, which could be nice. It could also be annoying if the Velcro comes off, but I don't know. As long as these things kind of stay over, and it feels like they will, these feel fairly solid. So, oh, something I forgot to mention on the long sleeve is that it looks like, and it could just be the lighting that I'm in, but it looks like the sleeve color is slightly lighter. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. It looked to me like the sleeve color was slightly lighter than torso color, but we're talking like very small shade. I'm getting very detail oriented, as I do when I get excited and happy about stuff. Again, love this paneling here. This looks cool here. Got like little back armor. It's like your fun little lightning bolt. Love the implied design. You've got your arm pockets, which I know I talked about earlier. Some people like them, some people don't. Just one on the hoodie. I believe there's two on the long sleeve, only one on the hoodie. Love that. It's gonna look great when you turn around. Man, this feels so good to hold though. Like the material just, oh, it's It feels very sufficiently stretchy, but it's not going to lose its shape. Again, I like the back paneling. I like the elongated down. And I was going to mention, sorry, one more thing I was going to mention here about the paneling, particularly for the Rogers, or at least this, yeah, all of their stuff, is that they went, even the Wilson does it too, through their Captain America theme. They bring these long panels going down. Sorry, it's a little shady there. Long panels are going down, and then you have your big chest panels up here, and that's the whole point. You want to accentuate your body. That's, I mean, some people just want to put it on because it makes you feel like a superhero. Okay, but it's also nice to have the added benefit of like, hey, this like makes my body look a little bit better than it would normally. Again, we go back to the thumb holes. So these are the sort of the thumb holes I was talking about. I don't know. This feels better. Feels like there's more room for my thumb hole. Could just be that I got the proper size for me, but if you don't like them, don't like this sort of glovey sort of place you put the thumb holes, you can go ahead and find a way to tuck it back in, and you can Velcro that closed to make sure that doesn't become a problem. But I'm stoked already. This feels like, and I could be wrong, it feels as though it may be a little big on me. We will find out when I put it on shortly. But yeah, so that is the Rogers. I believe it's V2. Forgive me, it's not. Love that design. I'm stoked. Can't wait to put it on. My one gripe, and I don't know. See, this already feels cleaner. Like, and of course it's on the outside, but so it's meant to be seen. But rather, as opposed to the long sleeve, the edges of all these panels. Oh, this isn't interesting. So oh, that's fascinating. So they kind of do a. Oh, interesting. So it's like 3D up. This goes down into it. It's almost like indented, and then this is back up again. That's creative. And then on the arms, this is an indent, it feels like, and this feels like it's coming up like another. That's actually really creative, and this is one of the reasons why you buy from this company. I'm noticing actually too, not only this is where the star would normally be. I'm glad it's not there because it makes it more like civilian. You know, it just blends in a little bit better with your typical clothing. But anyway, on to the joggers. Cool. Talking a little bit fast, but I am super stoked, and we're already at 12 minutes. So now these are medium. Oh man, wow, these are gonna be joggers, man. These I might wear sooner rather than later. I don't know what this is. Maybe this is for your towel or something. But man, this feels great. Not a huge fan of this sort of zebra string, just because I don't know if it fits the aesthetic, but they probably were looking for string. They're like, this will work. Can order enough of these. These might fit really tight on me, and I could be wrong. We'll find out. Because again, I gained like 20 pounds since I started making these videos. A little wrinkly from the travel, but hey, you know, can't win everything. I love the blue and white. Absolutely love it. Yeah, it's like a fun color combo you don't see too often. Interesting. So down to the calf, just random. I'm just totally, randomly going around. The calf, so they still did the stitching, so the rib stitching, but say for example, the Barnes has like actual like maybe it's just because they found it was just too annoying to make and they just wanted to do a rerun of previous make. And yeah, they just did a stitch across, as opposed to the Barnes literally has a seam coming up out, and so there's a 3D effect, so it kind of makes your calves stick out a little bit more, so it's kind of fun. Very clean, my goodness. This feels so nice and I love that it's SUPERX. So now they're getting a little more confident, they're getting a little bit bigger down here. Now, to be fair, when you put on the hoodie and this, the hoodie's gonna drape over the SUPERX, which is getting bigger here down here. But black and blue, it's definitely blends in a lot easier. It's still subtle. Very smooth zipper here. We'll see how this angled zipper works. Some people like the angled zippers, some people don't, because if your angle's not good or they don't fit you weird. But it looks great. That angled zipper looks, to me, man, it doesn't look good on camera, but it looks pretty sleek. Yeah, you can't really tell from this, but I like the blue again, like I said before. I love the blue and the white. Man, this is gonna feel so nice to put on. Here's like a random stitch. It's like, I guess like you couldn't. I don't know. But ideally, you shouldn't have to do that when you order expensive, what, like $80 pants, I guess. Maybe I'm a cheapskate, I don't know. You got your classic, I don't forget what these are called, clasps, I guess, for the tightness on your joggers. But my calves are probably big enough. I won't ever need to tighten them. Just as a general thing. I usually am not a fan of the cargo pockets, but these, as opposed to, actually, are the Barnes? Bucky Barnes's ones, are they zippers? I do like the sleek zipper though. This is a cool idea. I love that. So if you really don't like the zipper, you basically don't exist. But it's nice, it's here. Oof, love just feeling my fingers over it. The material's really nice. Like, this is definitely, if I was the, a founder of this company, this would be a project I'd definitely be proud of, even if there are flaws. Love the black lightning ball and the white background. I like the idea that this hides underneath the hoodie and I can like reach back. I don't know what I put here, maybe chalk or something. Yeah, if I put on like chalk down here, maybe, I don't know, if I'm rock climbing or if I'm doing some kind of a gymnastics rings. I don't know. This is one of the problems with zippers, right? There we go. Gotta make sure it's flat across. See, this is what I'm talking about. You get these little strands. There now, it's affecting the ability of the zipper. I also don't know what their production schedule is like. I don't know how. See, here we go. Clean stitching. Where'd it go? You guys hear? Clean stitching here. And then on the upper one, less clean stitching. Clean, 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 and then something happened. I don't know. Don't know what's going on. But you take what you can get, right? It'll probably work better when I have it on anyway, because it'll be pressed flat against my body. So you got your cargo pants. We got the side zippers with the back zipper. Is there a fly? It looks like there's a fly, but I think it's just for looks. That's fine. It makes it look, because I'm thinking like I could literally wear these almost. Maybe not the same as I would jeans, but even here you can see the little paneling on the inner thigh. Comes here, boom, boom. Maybe you can, I don't know. Hopefully you'll be able to see it when I put it on. But anyway, cool, cool. All right, well, here's the joggers. Here's the Rogers joggers. I will go ahead. Man, we are running quite a bit. This is going to be a long video, but there's 3 products here that we're reviewing, so to me it's worth it. I love this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put them on, and yeah, we'll see you in a bit. There's your Captain America. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, yeah, this is the Rogers hoodie. I'm wearing it with the long sleeve underneath. My first impression, feels great. Love the texture, love the design, I love the feel. Love with the SUPERX stuff. When you look down, you're like, yes, cool. This feels heavy. I think if you just wear the sweatshirt and if you just wear the long sleeve, then it's fine. Wearing them together, because my arms, there's like 2 arm zippers in here, which adds to sort of like my arms kind of looks a little deformed, which I guess if you're lacking in the arm zone, maybe that's what you want. I don't know. I'm sure there's a way to configure that zipper somehow to make it work. But again, love this sort of blue on white. Love it, absolutely love it. Simple design choice. I love that the panel on the chest is open. It feels very open, so it's easy to expand there. Get a lot of pump in there. It's fine. I think if I really quick, as much as I love this design, I think my one gripe is that these things should have gone 1 more inch inward, just for this, because it makes my chest actually look not as big as it does even when I put on the long sleeve, which you're going to see when I unzip it. Everything's just, yeah, it looks good. I mean, it feels good, looks good. Those things work. Velcro works. If you like the arm holes, then you can put on the arm holes. I would not. One thing I just learned: do not wear a watch with this. And in my case, anyway, maybe like a really small, like Fitbit or something could work. But my watch is a little too big, and these black things, if you want to hide them, it feels like a watch. So I don't know. I like that there's a lot of material, but I also, I don't know. I'm torn. I'm mixed on liking it and not liking it because there's a lot of material. Because I feel like I'm wearing a suit. I actually feel like it's like a lightweight sort of cosplay in a way, you know, like a easy costume to do. Minimal bunching, a little bit here. They did the V cut, which I think helped a lot. Minimal bunching. One thing too to note: the zippers, while very comfortable, and it's worth just sticking your hands in the pockets just because the material is stretchy and it feels good to have. Are actually pretty small. So if you just got the hoodie, pockets are actually not that big. The pockets are much bigger and deeper on the long sleeve, which in my opinion, doesn't make as much sense. Yeah, I would rather have it be bigger on the hoodie, but I'm sure it played a role in like how they were going to fit everything in here. Again, looks super sleek when I look down. Yeah, this back very stretchy in the back, so that's good. You know, yeah, it's good. You know, ready to go. Shadow shield. What can I do? Anyway, or a hammer. That or a head thing. Anyway, so that's that. This look. So I'm about to show you the long sleeve. How that looks in here. To me, this look is money. Right here. That look where it's like boom right there. To me, that's awesome. That kind of. It just makes the whole thing. It pulls it all together. Looks good. It all fits. It's kind of like a costume, but it also looks like a cool outfit you might wear somewhere. Just walking around. Arm zipper. Things I would say about both, but particularly the long sleeve. The long sleeve, while it's awesome, feels a little brittle. Feels like it'd be sort of susceptible to pinches and like those tears that kind of leave. That's what it seems like. I don't know. I didn't want to test it, but even just putting it on, you can see light through these little white stripes, which is fine, but it also suggests how thin the material is. So keep that in mind as well. It's not heavy-duty hunting gear or athletic gear in the sense of, you know, I wouldn't jump in the dirt or a bunch of rocks. It's definitely like gym attire, like when you go to the gym or your interval training or CrossFit or whatever you, gymnastics even, you know, but I wouldn't necessarily bring it to like if you're going to be jumping and dive rolling and possibly ripping on concrete or rocks. Probably wouldn't recommend that. But yeah, so here's it, sort of open. Oh, I gotta look at the hood, sorry. I forgot to tell you about the hood. So the hood, it's deeper than I thought. Still not as deep as I want it to be, but so like that fit, and then just over the here like this. That's my preferred hood depth. Perhaps this is a medium, perhaps the large. You might actually get that extra half an inch to an inch on that front, but I do not know. I talked about this as well. I wish this came forward because it does sort of minimize the look of the chest, whereas the long sleeve, which I'm about to show you, so you can actually see the back. Back here. Feels great. Feels cool. I like it. It's a little bit of rebound. It feels springy. It feels cat, you know. Mr. Steve Rogers. Cut this guy off. So here. Here is your long. I honestly think I look way better in the long sleeve. Just think my body's, it fits. Maybe it looks better with like a t-shirt on underneath the hoodie, but I think in general I look better with this on. And then SUPERX is there on the side, but they're getting bigger, but still fairly subtle and worth the design anyway, in my opinion. Love this all the way around kind of deal. The shoulders, you know. Yeah, talked about stitching. It feels very light. This might actually be something that I wear even before it becomes like winter or fall. I might actually wear this. Yeah, this I could wear. It's not. It feels like it's heavy, but it feels as though there's not. But also light. I don't know how to explain. The pockets on the sides are actually pretty deep. Actually, very surprised by that. They go all the way down. I can almost go to my crotch just hanging out here in a long sleeve shirt, which is fascinating. It's almost like a hoodie hybrid in a way. I guess if you wanted to make it into a pullover, you could put that on and then put this on over it if you wanted the design. Maybe I will one day, I don't know. It'd have to be cold enough to justify that though. And also, I'm not sure how the sleeves would appreciate it, the elasticity on the sleeves here. But no, I love it. I love the feel. It feels really good. I put it on, I was like, woohoo! We'll get down to the joggers in a second here. What else? Like the back paneling, love the design. They were smart about going down and peek out at the upper part and down at the, you want down in V's. And I'm pretty sure they know that, but just down V's and then up T's, you know, make yourself look wide. And that's what this does. It's all the way through, but then there's a little break here for funsies. If your brain likes to complete patterns, just kind of what it likes to do. Anyway, so we'll go on to the joggers. I'm going to tilt the camera down here for a second. Let's see here. It should be good enough, hopefully. Yeah, so you got again, I'm kind of bummed that these don't stick out, but it looks okay in the light. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this looks okay in the light. Maybe it looks better in natural light. I love the white here. I wish there was a little bit more white. You could have done some white out seam stuff, just like with white string, like you did here with the long sleeve, which I feel like this is too much for me. Just could have kept it going down, but you brought it across. Yeah. Just aesthetic decisions. I think here, yeah, here's like down and then across again. But yeah, it just kind of like rains down a little bit. It's nice. Anyway, but the fit of these guys is great. I could sleep in these. These are like pajamas. But also, you know, if you needed a cheap costume, you could totally just hop out in these, and these would totally work. I love the side zippers. Let me just pull this up for you so you can kind of see what's going on underneath there. There's your little pockets. Yeah, so these little zippers here, because it's going flat against your body, goes here. These are pretty standard sized pockets, maybe a little bit more room if your phone can go, so your phone can go wide. Don't plan on using them too much, but, and here we go at the back. I do love this. This I feel like Cowboys, you know what I mean? Like, the coach scheme's kind of Dallas Cowboys, so you're sitting here. Pop it in here. I guess it's not silver, but still. I dig it, and I wear it if I ever was a fan. But yeah, so what else? Cargo pants, they work. Cargo pockets work. They're not as deep. They are deep, like a hand width deep. I think the hardest, most annoying part is opening them completely. Like my hand barely goes in there, so definitely more for an aesthetic and helps your leg look a little bit bigger, in my opinion. But again, I wish there was just a little bit more of the white, but I do like the little accent. And now the string actually, I probably don't want to wear it like that, but I'll do the white there if it does work. I love this side white here. This is, you could sleep in these pants, man. And if you wanted to get an XL, double XL, I'd feel good too. Yeah, pretty much. That's basically it. I hope you saw everything that I just did. Finish it out up here. So that's pretty much all I have for the Rogers SUPERSUIT, all three pieces, the long sleeve, the joggers, and the hoodie. If you like what you saw today, go ahead and use the code TRANSCENDSAVERS at their website, superx.co. Use that code TRANSCENDSAVERS for 10% off, I believe. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say to you. I really like this stuff, man. This looks good. I'm actually thinking I'm the most stoked, surprisingly, about the long sleeve. I thought the long sleeve might have been like a letdown, just because, I don't know, I just did. While the stitching up here is kind of, like, it's imperfect, definitely. Like, this one is clean, this one is clean, and then you get the dirty one down here, dirty stitching down here, and I'm like, why? And while that may be true, the fit feels good, and the shape and the chest looks good, and this thing goes all the way around, and I love it. So that's also something to take into account. There's what you're getting from like 5 feet away, 2 feet away, and then there's something that you see from across the gym, like 10, 20 feet away when you see yourself in a mirror, which is the distance you see doubled, so keep that in mind. You're looking at any of this stuff. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Use code TranscendSavers at their website for anything you like. Doing a little bit more of the posing. You know, just to see if I can put some more thumbnails in the main one. Cool. And with that said, we will see you guys